Hello students, good morning everybody. In the last lecture, we have discussed the Carnot cycle. How to draw the PV diagram of the Carnot cycle that we have discussed in detail. Now, in this lecture, we will see how to find the efficiency of the Carnot cycle. How to find it is also called as air standard efficiency. How to find the air standard efficiency of the Carnot cycle. Okay. Now, first again we will draw the PV and TS diagram. PV and TS diagram. Before that, in the last year, you have studied the fundamentals of thermodynamics. You have studied the first and second law of thermodynamics. You have studied the second applications of second law of thermodynamics. In that applications, you studied the heat engine and heat pump. We will take a short revision of the heat engine. Okay, because this Carnot cycle is applicable for the heat engine. Hence, we will again see in short the heat engine. Okay, this is the application of the second law. And how we have shown that heat engine, this is the source and this is the sink from which heat is supplied, that is source, or it is also called as high temperature reservoir, or it is called as, in short we say it is TH. And sink to which heat is ejected, it is also called as low temperature reservoir. Source means high temperature reservoir, sink means low temperature reservoir, and this is the heat engine. Okay, and here work output is the mechanical work or shaft work. Okay, output is the mechanical work. Now, heat supply is say QS. Heat supply, heat rejected to surrounding or sink. Sink means surrounding. Heat rejected to surrounding is QR. Heat supplied is QS. Now, the QS minus QR, that remaining heat is converted into useful work that we have studied in the previous semester or previous year. Okay. Now, here to find the air standard efficiency of the Carnot cycle, we will draw the PV and TS diagram. PV and TS diagram. And you know the technique how to draw the PV and TS diagram. How to draw the PV and TS diagram. This is the TS diagram. Temperature entropy diagram, this is the PV diagram. And here, these are the two lines having less flow. Okay. Now, these are the two lines having less flow. That means these are the isothermal lines, and these are the two lines having more flow, having the isentropic or frictionless adiabatic line. Now, how to show that cycle? In the clockwise direction like this. Then give the notations 1, 2, 3. TS diagram. Okay. Now these two isothermal lines. These are the two isothermal lines. Isothermal. Okay. And these two are isentropic lines. These are the two isentropic lines. Then draw the TS diagram. TS diagram, the isothermal lines shown by red line, and isentropic lines, entropy remains constant, and these will be vertical lines. Give the arrow in the clockwise direction, as it is applicable to us studying the heat engine. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3, go. Now, similar to this heat supplied and heat rejected, we can show here heat is supplied and heat is rejected. Okay, this is the heat is supplied and here heat is rejected. Now, again, now efficiency of Carnot cycle. Heat supply minus heat rejected upon heat supply. Output upon input. Output upon input. That is shaft work upon input. Okay. Now, how much is the heat supplied and how much is the heat rejected? Now this is the TL diagram. What TL diagram shows? Area under the curve in the TL diagram shows the heat transfer. Area under the PV diagram that shows the work transfer. Now to find the heat transfer. Okay. Now during this process heat is supplied. During this process 4-1 heat is rejected. Okay. Now how much is the heat supplied? Heat supplied during the process 2-3 process. This is the area. Now this is S3 minus S3 is equal to S4. Here S1 is equal to S2. Now how much is this area? Now say this is the temperature T2 is equal to temperature T3. We say that, or we can say this is the temperature TH. Temperature of higher temperature reservoir, and this is the T1 is equal to T4, or we can say it is the TL. It is the TL. Now we can write here how much is the heat supply? Heat supply is TH. Heat supply is TH into this. That is S3 minus S2. S3 minus S2. Then what is the heat rejected? Heat rejected. How much is the heat rejected? This much. Below this 1/4 process, this area shows heat rejected. This shows the heat rejected. But how much is the heat rejected? Low temperature reservoir, or temperature T1 or equal to or you can say temperature T4, that is the TL, low temperature reservoir. TL into S4 minus S1. S4 means is equal to S3, S1 means equal to S2. Hence we can write it as TL into S3 minus S2. So this is the heat supply and this is the heat rejected. Heat supplied is this much, heat rejected is this much. Now to find the efficiency, we put this value here. Then what? Efficiency is equal to efficiency of Carnot cycle, TH, heat supply TH into S3 minus S2 minus QR is this, TL into S3 minus S2 upon QS, this TH into S3 minus. Therefore these terms will get cancelled, and hence we can write the efficiency of the Carnot cycle as equal to TH minus TL upon TH. Efficiency of Carnot cycle is equal to TH minus TL. It's very simple. Now we'll see one example and what is the significance of that Carnot efficiency. Now suppose that high temperature reservoir is, that is TH, जहाँ से इंजन को हीट मिल रही है, that is the source, और उसका जो टेम्परेचर है, that is the we say it is the TH, that means temperature of high temperature reservoir, say it is approximately say 402 degree centigrade. 402 degree centigrade. Here we have to convert this temperature from centigrade into Kelvin. 402 plus 273. 273. That means is equal to 675 Kelvin. 675 Kelvin. low temperature reservoir it is say ambient temperature, say it is at 25 degree centigrade, because यहाँ जो हीट किसको रिजेक्ट हो रही है, डेफिनेटली सराउंडिंग को। तो सराउंडिंग का टेम्परेचर क्या है, सपोज इट इज 25 plus 273, that is say 298 Kelvin. Okay, now therefore efficiency of the Carnot cycle working between these two temperature limit, that means वो जो कार्नोट साइकिल है, ये दो टेम्परेचर में अगर ये वर्क करती है तो उसकी इफिशिएंसी क्या होगी, वो इंजन की थियोरेटिकल इंजन की इफिशिएंसी क्या होगी। ओके, नाउ देयरफॉर TH, how much is the TH? 675. How much is the TH? TH minus TH 298 upon TH 675, and its efficiency, if you calculate, you will find that in the percentage, its efficiency of the Carnot cycle is 55.85%. Now what is the significance? अभी हमें ये आंसर मिल गया कि ये जो इफिशिएंसी है ये इतनी आ रही है, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये जो इंजन है कार्नोट इंजन, रनिंग ऑन कार्नोट साइकिल से, ये दो टेम्परेचर के बीच में अगर ये वर्क करता है, ये टेम्परेचर पे, तो इसकी इफिशिएंसी इतनी आएगी। इसका मतलब जो भी हीट आप सप्लाई करेंगे उसमें से 55.85% जो हीट है वो वर्क में कन्वर्ट होगी, और रिमेनिंग 44 पॉइंट समथिंग जो भी हीट है इट विल बी रिजेक्टेड। 55% वर्क में कन्वर्ट हुई, ये वर्क में कन्वर्ट हुई, this is the area to heat converted into work, this is the heat rejected. So 55% heat work में convert हुई है, remaining 45% ये it is rejected to the surrounding. Okay, यानी इसका मतलब ये है, and this is not that you cannot construct such a engine working on the Carnot cycle, this is just a theoretical and hypothetical cycle. यानी इसका मतलब अगर आप ऐसा इंजन बनाते हैं, एक्चुअल इंजन बनाते हैं जो ये दो टेम्परेचर में वर्क करता है, तो डेफिनेटली उसकी इफिशिएंसी इससे कम होगी, इससे ज़्यादा कभी भी नहीं